Alright, let's dive into this official preview review part 1 of episode 14 of ABO Desire the series. Episode 14 kicks off with one of the most highly anticipated encounters in the series, and it wastes no time pulling us straight into the fire between Sheng Xiaoyu and Hui Yong. The setting is Suite 9901 in the X Hotel, and right from the start, the atmosphere is drenched in tension. Hui Yong steps out of the shower, steam clinging to him, his body half covered in a silk robe. What's striking here is not just the physical description, but the way his presence completely disrupts Sheng Xiaoyu's calm world. Sheng is supposed to be focused on reading his journal about biological industry technology, but one look at Hui Yong's damp chest and glistening skin makes concentration nearly impossible. And this is where the scene immediately sets its tone. It's not about subtle glances anymore, it's about raw magnetism pulling two people together. Hui Yong, as usual, knows exactly what he's doing. He sits on the corner of the bed, testing the waters, and then takes the bold step of touching Sheng Xiaoyu's legs through the quilt. This is not just playful teasing, it's Hui Yong's way of demanding attention, of asserting that he cannot and will not be ignored. His words, "Mr. Sheng, are you busy?" are deliberately taunting, because of course Sheng is busy, but Hui Yong wants to break through that composure. And break through, he does. Sheng Xiaoyu tries to resist. He shakes his legs, pushes Hui Yong away, and tells him to stay away. But Hui Yong is relentless. He doesn't back down, he kneels on the bed, closing the physical and emotional distance, until his beautiful face is right in front of Sheng. This visual is powerful because it shows us the reversal of power happening in real time. Sheng Xiaoyu is the S-level alpha, the one who should hold dominance, yet here he is, being cornered and overwhelmed by Hui Yong's persistence. The line Hui Yong drops, "You didn't say no," is particularly significant. It highlights his playful but cunning nature. He pushes boundaries, but always leaves Sheng with the illusion of choice, even though he knows full well that refusal is slipping further out of reach. This is where the pheromones come into play, adding a deeper layer to the already heated encounter. Hui Yong releases the faint orchid fragrance from his glands, and suddenly the room isn't just filled with tension, it's filled with an invisible force that weakens Sheng's carefully built walls. That detail about the orchids is important. It's symbolic of Hui Yong's allure, soft yet intoxicating, delicate yet impossible to resist. By the time Hui Yong licks his lips and whispers that he wants to kiss him, the battle is practically over. And Sheng Xiaoyu knows it. His silence, his lingering stare at Hui Yong's lips, his inability to look away, it all leads to the breaking point. When Hui Yong finally leans in, Sheng can no longer hold back. What follows is an explosion of passion. He grabs Hui Yong's head and pulls him into a vicious kiss, a move that shows both surrender and desperation. This moment is electric because it captures the very essence of their relationship, resistance and surrender clashing in a whirlwind of desire. The kiss is not gentle. It's fierce, messy, and filled with conflict. Sheng Xiaoyu, usually calm and rational, is completely consumed. Hui Yong, on the other hand, thrives in this chaos. The way he locks Sheng in with his knees, the way his hands roam to soothe and claim all at once, it's predatory, but also strangely tender. The wolf imagery becomes crystal clear here. Hui Yong is the hunter, and Sheng Xiaoyu, despite his status as an S-level alpha, becomes the prey. The shift in power is undeniable, and it's fascinating to watch. What makes this scene stand out is not just the physical intimacy, but the psychological unraveling of Sheng Xiaoyu. His body reacts in ways he doesn't understand, weakness in his limbs, heat flooding his chest, dizziness clouding his mind. This isn't just lust, it's something deeper, something tied to pheromones and emotional vulnerability. For the first time, we see Sheng stripped of his armor. His wide-eyed panic, his helplessness, his trembling under Hui Yong's kiss, it reveals a side of him that no one else has ever seen. And that's what makes Hui Yong so dangerous and irresistible at the same time. The scene escalates further when Huang lips move downward, his kisses turning both rough and consuming. Sheng's resistance collapses entirely, and in that moment, the roles between them blur. Who is really in control? Is it Huang, who dominates with his wolf-like hunger, or Sheng Xiaoyu, whose every reaction fuels the intensity of the moment? It's this push and pull dynamic that keeps their relationship so addictive to watch. But just when it seems like things are about to reach the point of no return, the story throws in a clever interruption. Huang reaches for the bedside drawer, only to find an empty box of protection. His frustration is clear, and for a moment, it feels like the entire room pauses. Sheng Xiaoyu seizes this chance, not to escape, but to assert himself in a different way. His sharp, "no need," when Huang tries to call for more supplies is layered with meaning. It's part rejection, part disappointment, and part unspoken desire. This unfinished moment leaves both the characters and the viewers hanging on edge. What's brilliant about this episode is how it balances raw passion with unresolved tension. It doesn't give us the full release of the desires, but it gives us just enough to keep us hooked, craving the next step. The chemistry between Sheng Xiaoyu and Huang is at its peak here. It's intoxicating, overwhelming, and deeply complicated. Their romance is not the soft, fluffy kind, it's dangerous, consuming, and addictive. Episode 14 reminds us why ABO Desire the series stands out in the BL genre. It's not afraid to explore the darker, more primal sides of love and attraction. It plays with power dynamics, emotional vulnerability, and the idea of desire as both a weapon and a weakness. Sheng Xiaoyu and Huang's relationship is not one of balance, but of constant struggle and surrender. And yet, in that struggle, we see something undeniably beautiful, two people colliding so fiercely that neither can come out unchanged. As a preview, this part of episode 14 sets the stage for what's to come. It leaves us with questions. Will Sheng Xiaoyu finally admit what he feels? Will Huang push further into his life, or will Sheng find a way to resist? And most importantly, what happens when an unstoppable force meets an immovable object in the form of these two powerful personalities? One thing is certain, their romance is far from over, and the intensity we saw in Suite 9901 is only the beginning of a story that promises to burn even brighter.